one.
Welcome to Let's Rock. I'm your host, Alex Lozano, and I am here with Dave in Galveston. Dave, how are you doing?
I'm very well, Alex Lozano, but you can call me David Warner. That is my name. I'm David Warner, but yeah, I am known as Dave in Galveston. That's my social media handle and my brand, and yeah, that's why I'm here today.
And we are here at Indy's Coffee House and Speakeasy. Absolutely the best coffee. Now I can say it with it being the truth because I have to taste it to talk about it, and it's awesome. Brandon, you absolutely rock. Good stuff, guys. You're gonna love this place. Right off of 61st Street. The way I found out about Dave is one of the many artists that, oh God, I forget the production company, but told me about you. And then I saw some clips of you and talking real good about Galveston, one of my favorite cities, and I was like, man, I'm gonna follow this guy and check him out. He's very interesting. And then I called him a couple of days ago and he had a number, and I called out, reached out to him, and just started. We both have black belts in talking, so we were cutting each other out and going back. It was a lot of fun.
You were doing most of the time.
I was doing most of it, for sure. And but yeah, tell us a little bit. Tell us a little story about how you came to Galveston twice.
I sure did. Yeah, thank you very much, Alex, for that nice introduction. Yeah, I moved here to Galveston in 2010. I moved here to work with a friend, and I lived here 8 years and loved living here in Galveston. I always wanted to live near the beach. I am from Detroit, Michigan, but yeah, I moved here, and it's a great city. Don't knock it. Okay, it is a great place.
Detroit Rock City.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. The best. I mean, I've seen the best shows ever in that city. And that's where my family's from, but. Anyway, I moved here in 2010 to work with a friend. I lived here 8 years and loved it, but met a girl that I love more. So when we got married, we moved to Chicago to be closer to her family. COVID, we got divorced, and I decided to move back here in 2023. Yes.
And he got the dog.
I did. I kept the dog. Well, to her credit, I will say, so she forced the dog on me. She brought a puppy home, and I didn't want a dog, but I fell in love in 2 minutes. Well, I raised the guy, and then
What breed again?
He's a Maltese. His name is Milo, Melo, Maltese. He's got a handle. He's on social media as Milo Maltese.
Right.
But anyway, so Milo, when we separated, I said, "You better not think you're taking him from me." And she said, "Don't worry, I would never take somebody's first dog."
I told that to Kim. I told that to Kim. I thought that was.
I didn't tell you that part though.
Well, I thought you did.
Nope. You were just waiting to talk, and that's okay. I do it too. So anyway, yeah, that's what brings me to Galveston. Now, why I'm Dave in Galveston, my friend, is because of why people, the musicians, know me and whatnot, is because I've been in sales and marketing. I was a DJ myself. I've been in sales and marketing, most of my adult life, I guess, but commission sales in particular since 2011. So. I used all my sales and marketing skills and applied it towards my Dave in Galveston. Now, do you want to hear the origin of that, if you don't mind?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. So when I moved back here in 23 from Chicago, I was going to get into real estate. But as we all know, the real estate market here in Galveston is quite saturated, right? It's well known. Very much so. So my friends were doing quite well. They wanted me to come and do the social media for them, and then get my real estate license, which back into commission sales.
Right.
Well, when I was going to do the social media, I said, well, there's no if I'm Dave in real estate, nobody's going to pay attention to me. But what if I'm just Dave in Galveston, and then I talk about Galveston and then work in the real estate? That sat well with me.
Right.
So that's what I started to do. Well, when the real estate business fell apart, as it happens, I decided to continue to pursue the Dave in Galveston thing, and it really exploded last year.
Sure. And before I forget, he also said something about how. Tell us how you explain there's the locals, and then there's the locals that move here and then love this place.
Yes, sir.
Please tell us this one. This is good.
So yeah, something I said when I moved here and after I kind of settled in. So it's a big deal, I should say, if you don't know, and I informed you, that BOI is a very special designation here in Galveston. If you are a BOI, that means you were born on the island. For example,
Locals only.
my good friend is a fourth generation BOI. His sons are fifth generation BOIs, right? So that is a big deal for a lot of people here. In Texas in particular is a very, very.
Who do you know?
Where your parents fucked. Oh, are we?
No, this is a podcast. Go ahead.
Okay, nice. Okay, so wherever your parents fucked is the most important place on earth, especially in Texas, right? And I know better than that. There's a lot of great places on earth, right? But anyhow, oh geez, I lost my train of thought, sir. I just, there is something about having pride where you're from, and I love being from Detroit, but I love being in Galveston, right? And you can love things concurrently. But anyway, unfortunate that I lost my train of thought. That's age, everyone.
No, but this is good.
The difference between BOI and
BOI, thank you very much.
Military
Yes.
grade, I told you, man.
Yes, Kimberly is already an integral part of the show. That's Alex's handler and producer.
Yes, big time. She's taking on. That is me, guys.
I love it. I love it. So, it's a very, impressive distinction. Well, I decided I'm going to make my own. Now, a lot of people say IBC.
Right.
Do you know about that?
No.
Okay. Islander by Choice, I believe, was put together by a marketing team, actually, about 16, 17 years ago. And it caught on.
that.
So, Islander by Choice. Well, if you're a BOI, I'm an Islander by Choice, right? Well, I came up with my own distinction. I'm a DOI. I'm going to die on the island.
Okay.
So, I'm here to
This
stay.
is going to be your forever home. This is it.
I'm tired of moving, and
That's
I've
right.
lived all around.
Yeah.
I've lived all around the world. And, the thing is, I want to say to all of you BOIs that might pay attention to this, all right? I'm sorry that my parents didn't fuck here. I'm sorry that I wasn't born here. I'll tell you this. I've lived all around, and I decided to move to Galveston not once, but twice. And I also moved here from halfway across the country. Once from Detroit, once from Chicago. And I don't know if anybody's moved across the country. Anybody here? Raise their hand. Anybody moved across? Okay, Brandon and I. He's a Marine, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a big undertaking. And I chose to do that twice. So if that doesn't speak to my love for this place and my right to be here,
Right.
I don't know what does.
No, there's no doubt about it. And like I'd like to tell people, just like I'm going to tell you, that you're very fortunate that you were smart enough to move back to the greatest country in the world they call Texas. But that's just my opinion. And but yeah, that's awesome. Like I said, I've seen a couple of your episodes. I know the few musicians that I talked to. I'm trying to think of. Oh, Mr. Fur.
Yes.
I think Mr. Got to give a big shout out to Mr. Fur, because if it wasn't for Mr. Fur, he says you need to check out.
There you
Mr.
go.
Fur, this is for you.
Yeah,
Don't forget,
this is for you, buddy.
God loves you, and we still do. It's all good. He's on the road right now,
He is, yeah. And I've been following his
and he's been
adventures.
playing with the O-Ray Band.
Yeah, which is great. So Christopher, and I don't think he likes his last name out there, but Christopher, Mr. Fur.
Mr.
He goes
Fur.
by Mr. Fur.
A unique
And-
singer-songwriter.
Very much so. And what I liked about Christopher from out of the gate is I really did a punk rock or DIY kind of feeling from him, because he's so raw, and that kind of appeals to me.
And it's not typical.
Right. And I typically, I will say that I lean, one thing I'm not from Texas, I lean more punk than I do country. And I'm sorry to say it for a lot of people. There's a lot of people that love country. We're in Texas, we're in the South.
Yeehaw.
I mean, some of the best country music. No, don't get me
The
wrong.
rodeo's going on right now, so just watch it.
The rodeo is so badass. I saw ZZ Top at the rodeo.
That's right. And if you're nice, I might take you to Creed. I'm just playing.
You'd have to drag me by the foot.
Oh, no. Okay, now I know. No Creed for you.
I'm a Pearl Jam fan, man.
I love Pearl Jam.
Me too.
Yeah, I drummer one time.
Yeah, I saw Creed at Woodstock '99, actually.
Oh, you survived that.
I did. I was there. Yeah. So one reason I think that I jive with the musicians here in Galveston is that I'm a huge supporter. Number one.
And you look like one.
Yeah.
A little bit. You could play in a band, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
Lead singer for sure.
Oh, cool,
With
man.
that voice,
Hey, by the way, I can karaoke, a mean karaoke, right? So anyway, but no, I was, so I became friendly with the musicians here, but I am a diehard, like you, I am a diehard music fan, and that's why I was a DJ in Detroit in my previous life, is what I say. So I was in a position where I was my own type of program director, so I was able to pursue all the music that I wanted to, and been to some of the country than anybody, I mean, including Woodstock 99.
Yeah, and I'm sure you have a really extensive playlist, because of all of your years of actual DJ combat.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. I actually got a whole bunch of playlists on Spotify.
I have a really great question. We talked about me. You said definitely ask me about that when we do the show today. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I saw some amazing pictures of you at this year's Mardi Gras. We're talking 50, 60 selfies with completely different people. All of them like best friends, having the time of his life. He was basically Pirate Dave.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Living through you vicariously. We talked about it, but we're like, his sister, Kim's sister lives here. And we might hopefully go see her in a little bit. But yeah.
Okay, well, I will be happy to talk like crazy about that. You and Kimberly, by the way, y'all can't see Kimberly. She's off camera here. She's kind of directing things. She's pretty super fine, by the way. Good for you, Alex.
Oh, I don't know
I don't know how you got such a fine woman to
Jedi mind
put up
trick.
with your stuff. Yeah, it must be Jedi mind tricks.
It is.
So good for you, sir.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, you're welcome.
The force is strong with me, man. Trust me, you'll find out.
It's either that or Viagra. Who knows? I'm just kidding, of course. All right.
And a black belt and a black belt in Kung Fu. But
Thank you, I love it. You took it further, which thank you, sir. I love it. So, Alex and Kimberly, you would be loved by both of the crews that I was involved with. So, thank you for referencing that. I do love when people share with me their impressions.
we're hanging out with you next year, brother. I can tell you that.
Well, all right, let's do it. Because, so I was fortunate enough to be invited by the Two Live crew, who I'm huge friends with. They were my 1,000th followers as David Galveston. It was the Two Live crew hit. I was looking for 1,000. I hit that with them, right?
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I want to say something because a friend of mine who owns the Texas Festival Ground in that, and I wonder if it might be one of the crews, so I'm going to go ahead and drop his name.
Yeah.
There's thousands of people. Danny Taylor, he's a total. You know him?
No.
Oh, okay. Anyway, keep
I-
going.
If it's off the island, I don't know it.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, I'm really kind of that way.
But next year, look out for the Dave in Galveston. We're gonna have a float. I'm thinking.
Whoa!
Just off the mind.
Don't. Hey. Okay.
Kim and you
We
get to
can
ride
dream.
it.
We can dream in the next year, Alex. But let's talk about what happened, because I do want to tell you. I want to give a huge shout out to the Huda crew. So the Huda crew,
What a great name.
WHODAH, yeah, the Huda crew. Yeah, they're newer. They've been around 2 years. They're a newer crew. And the Choo Live crew, I think they've been around 10 years.
Yeah.
It's a troop of ladies that get together, they put on tutus, they do some marches to the parades, and they all doll themselves up, they all look like $1 million. They're all having a great time.
Throwing some beads.
They're marching. Yeah. So what they started, them and the Huda crew both had new this year is floats. Okay, so you can actually buy a ticket and be on the float and throw beads, right? So I was fortunate enough, I've been friends with members of both groups. I've been supporting them all throughout the year. They invited me to come aboard, and I did to share experiences. And I want to tell everybody that both groups. Crew. Now they asked that you dress like a pirate, right? So I was dressed like a pirate.
You did.
And, yeah, and it was a fabulous, fantastic time. I highly recommend.
Pictures with all the winches. I'm telling you, man. All in it.
I mean, the dudes are in there too,
Like 3 of them.
But yeah, well, who cares about?
You're a pirate. You're living the life, man.
I don't know what else to say. Women, I still find them attractive. You know what I mean? I'm a man of older age. I still find beautiful women attractive. So help me, I can't help myself. I don't know what I say. But anyway, last thing I want to say about it is You guys need to come. I want to tell everybody in the audience, it's throwing, not catching. There's such a joy of throwing those beads, and I collected all these toys and everything that I had put aside for like the better part of a year.
Sure.
Knowing I was going to throw them at Mardi Gras. And again, just the joy, people just so excited for.
Oh,
I love it.
we've been, like I said, pictures, it's like everybody's the same joy, the same level of, it was like, everybody, Ray,
Oh,
Texas,
Ray Cancel.
Yeah, what a guy.
Yes.
What a performer. Oh, you're going to have Ray on?
Yeah, Ray.
Good,
Great
good
country
dude.
singer, really cool. And but yeah, I posted some pictures that I had on the show. I had a couple of those, and of course, all those pictures that I was just away by. You're having such a blast with Howard hat and
Yeah.
all the girls and
Yeah.
lots of blondes. So we know we got a thing for blondes.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, but I don't exclude any.
He's not
Equal opportunity,
discriminating.
Dave.
Oh, the horrible rumor that I'm a misogynist is going to come out because because I'm attracted to women.
Oh.
He's a misogynist. Yeah. Anyway, so that's terrible. But why did I bring that up?
Tell us some more about maybe what some people might not know about you and how you're going about. I know you do these, and I think it's kind of awesome because it makes it very exciting. You do these rapid fire interviews, like 3-5 minutes, bam. You don't go into a deep dive. It's like boom, boom, boom.
Sure. Yeah. Well, that's people's attention spans are.
It's
are
like
so,
of a fly.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What
So
did
you
you say?
gotta keep it moving. Yeah. And one tip that I'll tell everybody, I'll give you a free tip, a nickel's worth of free advice right here. Anytime that you make a video where you're talking to the camera, you've got to cut that 1/2 second out before you start to speak, or people will flip away. You know why? Because I do it. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
You gotta cut out. There can't be like that. They call it the millennial pause, right? Where there's like, "Hi, it's me, Dave. By the way, you don't want to introduce yourself either.
Right.
Okay? So these are 2 great tips if you want to grow on social media. Don't reintroduce yourself and eliminate that 1/2 second. If you have to go in and edit it out, you have to. It's
Do it.
integral. Yeah.
Edit, eject button on that thing. Another question popped in my head. I think is very relative. When is the very first time you walked into this venue and met Brandon? Do you remember when that was?
Well, when I walked in,
And the lights were low,
the curtains parted.
and his blue eyes. Keep going.
What? Where are you going with that?
I don't know. I was following your lead.
you were trying to take it. All right. No, you know what? I don't.
Such
think
an
I
amazing
recall-
place. I've got
it's
such a great vibe.
Such a strange question. How do I remember the first time?
I'm strange.
Well, that's what I mean. I was gonna make it romantic. It's like across. I noticed his wife first. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
She's such a babe.
looks like a supermodel.
Everybody does.
Everybody does. He says. Yeah.
He won the lottery for sure. No doubt.
No. He
Lottery,
earned it.
lottery.
He earned it. He earned
Oh,
it. He's a Marine, man.
That's what I'm saying.
And a filmmaker. He's got a festival coming up. Yeah. So what is it called?
Oh, it's the Indies on the Coast, but it's like next February.
Okay, it's Indies on the Coast. It's coming up in a year, but it's something to look forward to. Follow Indies right here.
And we're going to be all over it.
Yeah, right on. Yeah,
Let's
that's the
rock,
thing.
Texas songwriters, everybody.
Well,
I
you
think
know-
that's amazing. A friend of mine puts on the Prison Festival in Huntsville, a very successful one called the Prison Festival in Huntsville. Go figure.
I bet. I'd go check that out.
It's pretty cool. It's kind of scary the first time I heard that name. I just was until we went last year, got to be a part of it.
Very cool.
Well,
Well, as we were discussing before we got on camera, got on the show, Galveston is the songwriting festival that is coming up, and that is coming up very quickly.
when
So-
is that?
What's that?
When is the date on that?
Well, if I had a little voice in my head tell
March
me,
26th.
March 26th. It's almost like ChatGPT. It's going to be an implant before long, where it's going to be Judith's voice is actually going to come in my head.
The lovely Judith with this amazing accent. I'm not even going to try to guess, but I like the way you,
So,
like your voice sounds good.
I'll tell you all about Judith. You just ask. So Judith is my very good friend. Judith Smith owns this business, ATC Events, and she is the one that's put together the We Are Galveston songwriting competition, and that's March 26th.
Is that judged by audience response or judges?
Both.
Well, you should get some real deal judges that have actual street credit. I'm not saying me, for instance, but
Do you
just
want
saying.
to?
I would be honored to, but I take it very seriously.
What about me?
You want to?
Yeah.
No,
I
that'd
mean,
be
don't
awesome.
you want some star power?
But I like the fact that you're doing it with judges and vote count
Yes.
with audience response too. Is it going to be part of that too?
Yes.
I used to put on some really high-end competitions, but anyway, back to you, Dave.
Look at that, man. We just both became judges for my friend's
Wonder
my
Twin
friend's
Power
songwriting
activate.
competition. But you know what, though? In all seriousness, music is my absolute passion, just like you.
Yes.
I do love music. I do love everything about it.
Part of our DNA.
Yeah, I'm enamored with basically the music of my lifetime, basically.
Yeah.
You know, but of course, who isn't? But we are still coming out of the best and the last era of like real rock. I think it's
Yeah.
rock's
And
it's a whole different
you
thing.
know, owners like Brandon who take the initiative to bring a world-class experience, the coffee, the music, the vibe. I mean, didn't even know the guy 10 minutes and he already started setting up the microphones. But yeah, like you said, he's a former Marine, and thank you for your service. Seriously, and here in a little bit, after we take a little break, he's going to come on board, and we're going to talk everything this place. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a great deal. I had, like I said, the coffee, and I think you said you've been here 17 months now?
Yeah, right at, yeah.
About that. So yeah, we'll be talking to Mr. Brandon the Joneses.
Jeez, I don't feel very wanted right now at all.
Oh, but you are. Trust me, I wouldn't
right.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
You're right. Hey, my man. So there is something that I did want to talk about with you, I should say, and your audience as well. So my pet project here is not Dave and Galveston. Of course, that's my brand, and that's what I'm doing, I guess, and all that stuff. I shouldn't say, I guess. I am doing it. But the most important thing to me here in Galveston, Alex, is my project, 10 by 9. And it's so awesome that Judith is here, because she is absolutely integral to getting it rolling. So what 10 by 9 is
Exclusive.
Yeah, well, it's not. I mean, it's, okay.
For our audience, thank you.
Yeah, it's brand new for your audience because.
Bring it. I love it.
Yeah. So 10 by 9 is. I'll tell you a little bit more of the intro, right?
Yeah,
unless are we worried about time?
No, I'm having such a good time. We were hoping that we'll get
And
across
I'm
the
such a
ferry.
good guest, such a good guest.
Extraordinary. So by the way, but yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry, I'm not happy. So anyway, I just make a joke. So anyhow, in Chicago, my marriage ended, and I was alone there. I was there for her family, and
Ladies, he's single. All right, go ahead.
they don't care. Trust me. And this is in 2022. Yeah. So I'm in Chicago, and I fell across this place, and it had a sandwich board outside. It said storytelling 7 to 9 p.m. So I'm like, well, that sounds interesting. So I went all the way in the back, and there was a young lady on the microphone telling a story. I listened to a few minutes of it, and I was like, oh, do I have to pay? I don't. So I left, and then at 9 p.m. I went back, and I went to the guy that looked like he was in charge, and I said, hey, what is this? And he said, it's called 10 by 9. It's a storytelling group from Dublin, Ireland. It's 9 storytellers telling a 10-minute true story about their lives. We do it once a month. And he said, it's a free show. And anything else you want to know? And I said, well, yeah, how do you become a storyteller? And he said, well, do you want to sign up? And I said, sure, because you're on for next month, right? So I went and I told a true story about my life. And it was exhilarating. I loved it. I felt like I kind of fell into my groove. It gave me something to do while I was depressed and alone in Chicago, right? So I started doing it every month. I went to other storytelling groups and fell in love with the art form of telling stories, right? It is truly the oldest art form. Because unless...
No, that's amazing because I want to make a Netflix of mine. So yes,
I love it.
Amazing.
And let's pull up that thread after I finish this.
Right.
Okay, so anyhow, so I fell into it, so I'm doing it, and then I decided to leave. I'm trying to speak over the coffee machine. Hey, Brandon, I know this is a coffee house, but could you stop making coffee while I'm telling my story, do you think? All right, anyways, just kidding, of course. Oh, it's beautifully silent. So anyway, so I did the storytelling. I fell in love with it. I decided to move back to Galveston. I knew I was moving back. The only regret from my leaving Chicago was that I was leaving behind storytelling. I knew there was nothing here. So I said to Tom in Chicago, can I bring it to Galveston? He said, hey, man, you'll have to ask the founder, Paul Doran, in Dublin, Ireland. So, okay. So I got on a Zoom call with Paul Doran, the founder of 10 by 9, TENX, the number 9, in Dublin. We got on a Zoom, and I said, Paul, I love 10 by 9. Can I bring it to Galveston? And he goes, oh, you mean the place with the giant flood? And I said, oh, you mean the big storm? He goes, yeah, mate, I read about that recently. Yeah, we'd love to have it in Galveston. So I got permission from the founder to bring it to Galveston. Now, we're the third American city to have one. There's one in Nashville, one in Chicago, now one in Galveston.
Wow, you got the green light. Awesome.
Yeah, we sure did, and we actually had our 15th show on Wednesday. So we've been doing it at the Old Galveston Club. It's once a month on Wednesdays, the last Wednesday of every month from 6 to 8 p.m. People are finally really starting to get into the groove, and our storytellers are amazing. Our shows are killing it. We've had local celebrities like Craig Corbell, the owner of Baywatch Dolphin Tours, is a real big local guy. We've had Mark Metzger, the lawyer that we all love. You know, he's come and told a true story about his life. So I want to urge everybody, last Wednesday of every month, come and check this out. It is absolutely amazing. And Judith and I, hint, but Judith and ATC Event Management, we've been talking about bringing it to Houston.
Yes.
Oh, I know some people in Houston. That would be awesome.
There you go.
Get music news, get some sponsors involved. No, it's a great concept.
The concept is the moth on NPR. I mean, it's the same damn thing. Let's make no mistake.
Right.
It's just like the moth, right? But I do want to say that we've had all of our shows at the Old Galveston Club, and that's the true home of 10 by 9. But the only 10 by 9 show that we ever had outside of the Old Galveston Club was right here in Indies. Thank you, Brandon. We had our Halloween show here.
Forward thinking.
Yeah, we had all of our top ghost tour hosts come and do almost a private show. I didn't promote it, and it didn't have a lot of big audience, but we had a ball.
And that's what counts. Anything else that you think the audience would like to know about you?
Well, number one, I wasn't aware that we'd be seeing my legs during this show, so I wore shorts thinking that we'd be from the waist up. So if you did see my balls during this performance, my apologies. Hopefully it doesn't get demonetized.
Security.
Now people have been recording back then.
But
Some
This
editing.
now what do you want to talk about? Ask me how about this? I want to ask you something.
Is this live?
Yeah. I want to ask you something. What's your number one band or artist of all time, or you know, if you can't narrow it down, just what's the first one that pops in your head?
Triumph, by far.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
The most powerful lyrics, songwriter. Matter of fact, they got back to tour, and she's taking me for my birthday, May 22nd, at a Smart Financial Center. I'll be hanging out with, hopefully interviewing Triumph. But yeah.
Wow. That shouldn't be too hard.
You know I make voodoo dolls, but keep going.
No, I love it. No, Triumph. I saw Triumph in the late 80s.
Oh, wow.
I saw them in Detroit. Absolutely.
You saw one of their last shows.
Yeah, I did. I saw them in Detroit, and from around my neighborhood, right? The guys I grew up with. And when we went there, and we saw on the main floor, I'll never forget this is a Triumph show. On the main floor, we walked forward, and there was a guy that had moved out of our neighborhood like 5 years ago. Here we are, like 19, right?
Yeah.
And here's this guy. Would you get that, please? Just kidding. Sorry. I'm so distractible. It's ADHD, folks. But anyway, we walked up. I think it's my phone. That's the worst part. Yeah, this is my phone. That's why it's so distracting. Anyway, sorry about this, audience. Sorry, please. You'll be
It's all
rewarded. We walked up and saw this guy laying on the ground of the main floor. He was so wasted. He was just like, and he was smiling, thankfully.
He was
but he was
happy?
rolling around on the floor like so wasted. And we walked up and it was Steve Straz, our buddy from grade school, laying on the floor of the Triumph. So, and he lived up to his nickname. His nickname was Steve Spaz.
He was spazzing at a Triumph concert. Now, just one of my favorite bands, mostly because of the lyrical content. Everything is positive, and that's what I loved about Triumph. But yeah,
Nice.
lots of music stuff. I'm looking forward to you interviewing me on your kick-ass show. So
I just do a minute, man. So hey,
no,
how
that's
about
fine.
this?
That's
What's the
plus,
best?
not that Galveston. My bad.
What's the best show you ever saw in your life? Best-
Allied Forces Triumph,
What year?
1981.
81.
Their biggest record seller ever with the song "Fight the Good Fight," "Magic Power." I mean, if you know Triumph, man, those guys are just, great stuff.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
You're not gonna ask me?
Oh, what about your favorite band?
Well, I did mention
National,
earlier.
big.
Yeah. So I've seen Pearl Jam 28 times,
Oh, Jesus.
and I saw Eddie Vedder solo
Fanboy.
8 times. Yeah. Well, that's not. I mean, I'm nothing compared to some bands.
Right.
But I do say that I'm equally in love with Radiohead. So Radiohead, and I've seen Radiohead 4 times, I think. But
Tell us go ahead and tell us in no particular order some of the other bands and artists that are famous that you like.
I love it. Hey, just want to remind you to speak into the microphone, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Anyway, just kidding.
I do that on my other radio show. Alex, get behind the
Okay, so
microphone.
wait, so other bands that I like?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, thank you for asking. So I do have a Dave in Galveston playlist. I do put together the music that I'm listening to here in Galveston as I drive around and do my stuff, ride my bike around and stuff. So there's a Dave in Galveston 25 playlist, and there's a Dave in Galveston 26 playlist, and they're both on Spotify. But currently on my playlist, I am absolutely head over heels in love with the Viagra Boys. Ever hear of them?
The what?
Viagra Boys.
No.
Huge. Okay, they're really gaining a lot. Their album was voted top of 25 by many, blah blah blah. So the Viagra Boys, they're from Sweden. They're from Sweden, but they have an American front-based lead singer. Absolutely phenomenal band. So fun. So I love, and heavy, but also funky. They sound like the Stooges, but more industrial. I don't even know how to describe. They're amazing. The Viagra Boys. That's my.
We're bringing them to Galveston next year.
Good luck. Then also, they don't even, like bands don't even come to Houston, dude.
Right.
But the Viagra Boys last summer in September, I had the most amazing month because it was Viagra Boys, Emil and the Sniffers is another huge band for me. You wear them?
No.
Okay, from Australia, killing it right now. They won Best Rock Act and all this stuff and all. Yeah, they're amazing. Also, Turnstile,
Right.
familiar?
No.
They won the Grammy this year for Best Hard Rock Band.
Oh, wow.
Okay, yeah. And I'm also in love with Wet Leg. It's
Wet Leg.
Wet Leg. The album of the year for me in 2025, it's called Moisturizer. It's I love all rock and I love all music, right? But what are y'all laughing at? Because these bands that nobody knows these band names.
No, it's all the
Names.
names though.
Just-
The Viagra Boys, the
moisturizing
Emil
cream.
and Sniffer, yeah, it's all. I mean, it's all innuendo. What else is rock and roll, baby? Rock and roll, and literally. The
Drug,
name
sex,
is
and rock and roll, right?
Yeah, no, rock and roll is innuendo for sex. It is. Hello, Josh, back there. You're agreeing. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. I mean,
it's
it's
fist-
literally
fist pumping.
the definition of rock and roll is a euphemism for sex. Rock and roll. Anyway, so.
Monkey.
But yeah, see, and it's hilarious because I'm like one of the oldest guys in the room, and these are all new bands. Actually, Emil and Sniffers just celebrated 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, same for so all these bands. These are national bands, and I want you to know, and international bands is more my thing.
Worldwide.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I like, and that's the thing, I want to encourage any artist right now. Like, I hate to say it, but if you are not an artist that knows how to do your own A&R or can't put together an A&R artist and repertoire,
Yeah.
repertoire team for yourself, You're never gonna make it.
And plus,
Did you hear what I said, right?
no, I heard that. And,
You're
and I
never
would-
gonna make it
and-
unless you get your social media game down. Hate to say it, folks.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that. Like a lot of people knock this guy, but he has 300 million in the bank, and whether you like him or not, he's there, and we're here as far as that financial part. I would never go out of my way to go buy a Justin Bieber record, but the guy is talented, and I can show you musical wise that the guy is talented, and it's funny. Like I'm a big fan of one of the most hated bands in the world.
Never heard of them. By the
Oh,
way.
you have. You've heard of this band, Nickelback, and they make so much fun of it. Have you seen their movie? They have a movie about their haters and why people hate Nickelback, and it's the same thing all around the world. People hate winners and people that are doing stuff that they're not doing, and that's just my opinion on that. Are you a fan of Nickelback? You look like a Nickelback fan. I'm just like I said. I'm not always right.
They make me want to kill myself.
Oh, shit.
And them and Creed. Put Nickelback in a Creed. You know what? Look, I hate to say it, but these bad bands have come back into vogue. Like, why listen to Nickelback when there's so many other bands, man?
Like me.
Like
People
the
that-
Viagra Boys. Listen to the Viagra Boys and Nickelback back to back. And you know what though? I hate to say it, but that you know what? Look, what I like is more of an acquired taste. Nickelback is like Wonder Bread. So a lot of people like Wonder Bread. I don't like
Right. I know. I agree with that. You know, but I've always me myself personally, people that are doing it, like the name of this show, Let's Rock. It's a call to action. Is be about it, don't talk about it. And Nickelback, I mean, whatever they put out, they got so many crazy fans. But I just think it's funny when people hate on other artists, and those people that are hating on them don't have a pot to piss in.
You might say that. You
agree.
might. I get it. You know, but I do, when I think of a lot of times, and I think of the old adage now, I'm a huge stand-up comedy fan, as much as music, pretty much, almost.
You're funny. You could be a semi-pro.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Well, by the way, are you familiar with Bill Hicks?
I've heard that name before.
Brandon's, yes, sitting over there. Let me refresh you. Bill Hicks, if you're from Houston and you don't know about Bill Hicks, get to know Bill Hicks. Now, he did die 33 years ago,
Okay.
but his comedy he's still considered in the top 50 of all-time comedians because he's so influential. But anyway, but another comedian that I loved is George Carlin.
Oh, one of the best ever.
Yes, and George Carlin said, and I quote this all the time, thank you, George, think about how dumb the average person is. Now realize that half of them are dumber than that.
Scary.
That's why Nickelback has
Absolutely
a fan
scary.
base.
Brandon mentioned earlier, you're going to be having some comedy here
Yeah,
coming
we're
real
bringing it
soon.
in, yeah.
When is that going to happen?
It's probably gonna be this summer.
Okay. A summer comedy concert series here. This is really great.
I'm sorry, Kimberly, she lost her smile. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry to all the Nickelback fans. That's the thing, I'm a little opinionated.
No, it's,
You know what I mean?
I listen to so much different music. The only two that I really don't listen to, and it's just two styles. It's gangster rap and death metal that I can't understand the singer. Nothing against those music, but when they start degrading women and wanting to shoot cops and all that, I can't. I'm not going to deal with that, you know. But another question I'm going to ask you. Like I said, Mr. Fur introduced me to you. We wouldn't be here again. Thank you, Mr. Fur, because to me, I believe in that the Lord works in mysterious ways. Between Mr. Fur and Andrew Stone, one of the finest musicians around. Andrew, you absolutely rock. Tell us some more of your the handful of the musicians that you've kind of gotten close to recently, and I know you've got a list. And then we're gonna close up this show.
No, we're not.
I forgot to talk about my sponsors, but I'll say a few things for them, and we'll give him a few more minutes, guys. So yeah, go ahead.
Oh no!
Because we got to get Brandon. We got to get
You don't want to do
Brandon.
it. No, just kidding, of course. Okay, yeah, I'd love to shout out the local artists. One guy that you had on your show that we haven't brought up again is Steven Sands.
Yeah.
He's got Mid the Pine Productions. I think you made a reference.
And what's his other stage name?
He goes by Steven with a V. And I'm sorry, Steven. I don't know how to.
Folk punk. punk, right? Folk. I think that's what he told me was folk punk music. Was
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what he said to me.
Well, he put out a song, and
Good stuff.
it's called That Guy, and I think you performed it on your show.
You did.
And I like that song. I put it on my Dave's Faves of 2026 playlist.
Right.
So I've heard that. I really like that song. I think Steven did a great job on that. And Christopher, Mr. Fur, of course.
Mr. Fur.
But I have to speak of first Austin Gaston. Have you had Austin on your show yet?
You know what? I think I had Austin play a showcase of mine a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Great guy. Should be signed. I mean, that's how
Well,
good
yeah,
he is.
he is absolutely fantastic. I love Austin Gaston. You got to have him on. He's got a voice like honey. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Now there's I don't want to forget. Tyson Webb. Now Tyson Webb, are you familiar with Tyson?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Recently.
Yes. Okay. Tyson just put on a record, and I gotta say about all the local musicians, and let me shout out a few ladies too.
Yes.
But out of all the local musicians, I think that Tyson Webb has got a real authenticity about him.
Yeah.
And a real
He's got a very real sound. I finally checked him out
Yeah.
a week or so ago.
yeah, and it's in the I believe more of the Americana modern folk.
And I think it's the
type of-
same guy who's got the Jesus hair.
He looks quite like Jesus. I mean, he's
You
like a
know,
handsome,
think
like
he's
a
got
more
a
beautiful
mustache.
Jesus, if you could. Yeah.
Well, walking on water, man.
No, but Tyson Webb is the real deal. And I got to shout out a couple ladies. I'm
Can't forget them. They
Kate-
make the world go round.
Now, Caitlin Willis is a very good friend, and she's an amazing performer.
Got to get her. Not related to David Lewis, the country singer.
No, it's Caitlin Willis.
Willis, my bad.
Yeah,
Willis,
it's all right.
Willis.
Yeah, no, and who did I want to? I gotta give it up for Catherine Stroud.
I've heard of her name.
Oh yeah, you have to. She's to me, she's the Renaissance woman of this island.
Yeah.
She is absolutely. She's a beautiful painter and artist, but she's also a singer and songwriter and performer.
Multi-talented.
And she's got a gallery here, Catherine Stroud. I got to give her a big shout out. She's huge.
Yeah, I think I've also heard her in the art circle because the art scene here is so huge.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, she's tremendous. She's a force on this island, and she's glorious. I can't say enough good things about Catherine Stroud.
Well, I tell you what, Galveston is very lucky to have somebody of your caliber and your experience and all of the stuff that you've done and covered. You're almost as goofy as me, and I love that. And I dig it. Be sure to follow Dave in Galveston. One more thing you'd like to tell tell our audience and stuff what's going on? 'Cause you're doing great things.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm right back, and thank you for your kind words. I don't want to just brush past them. I want to take a moment to say thanks. Thank you, and look at all the great work you're doing. I mean, you're killing it.
You guys fuel me, believe it or not. When I meet people like you guys and y'all can get past the point of, and you guys can kind of understand me a little bit, I love to be a team player. So.
That is awesome. Okay, so I do want to say, please follow me, Dave in Galveston. A lot of people say, Dave from Galveston? No, I'm from Detroit.
Yeah, I did that once
Dave,
and I got reprimanded. But
and
yes.
I have to, but the thing is, because if I say I'm Dave from Galveston, people from Galveston are going to be like,
Hey, you're not from
You're not
Galveston.
a BOI, right? So I'm Dave in Galveston, and people have said, hey, are you Dave for Galveston? I am absolutely for Galveston, but I am Dave in Galveston. So please follow me. Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you
Well,
so
guys,
much.
real quick, before we let you go, Dave, I've got a special announcement. We have my good friend, one of the best sound engineers in the world, the owner of Houston Music Studios. He's former Air Force. We're partnering up with my internet radio station. Thank you for always supporting me. Have you ever been here before?
Yes,
Oh, okay, you already know that.
I know Brandon, the owner.
Oh,
Get outta
okay.
here.
There you go. All right. But, man, thank you for showing up, buddy. We're just right here at the very end. Where were you, man? I thought you were going to be here. You're working out.
I was watching it online.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? All right. It's all right, look, man. Just kidding.
You look great, he doesn't.
No, thanks a lot. All right. That's all right. Thanks a lot. I love you too, man.
All right.
Again, Dave, thank
Once
you so
again,
much. And
thank you so much.
we're gonna take a break, then we're gonna be back with Brandon Jones, the owner of this fine establishment. And be sure to follow Dave in Galveston. He's doing amazing things. God bless you, brother, and keep up the great work.
Thank you so much, Alex. Appreciate you. Right back at you.
Thank you.
Sweetheart, hand me my phone so I can go ahead.
You need.
How long was that? 10 minutes?
That was,
Yeah. That was like 5 hours.
It was. It was. It was like 45 minutes.
That's it.